Neymar went to Usher, so you might say Usher for your back page because he fed you cherries. So,
You know, I think I've come to realise after that game, I don't think Mikel Arteta will win the Premier League with Arsenal.
hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whatever time you're listening, whatever time you're watching, welcome back to another episode of Podcast Pundits. I am your host. I go by the name of De La Strada, free agent, man of many clubs, whatever you want to call it. This is me. As usual, joined by my fellow pundits, Stripes.
Yeah, man, what you saying, my boy? Yeah, it's your boy Strives. Okay, Strive, I'm not going to point at the shirt because you pointed it out last season, but yeah, I represent Arsenal Football Club. And yeah, man, big game this week, man. So yeah, man, looking forward to this episode.
Yeah, Joey?
Yo, it's your boy Joey Nomadic, aka Liverpool's #1 fan. Didn't really watch any football this weekend, had real life to deal with, but I'm still here hoping for the downfall of Arsenal.
Come on.
And the coming of our Lord Jesus Christ.
You see what you were saying offline before we started the podcast. Now you said he's praying for Arsenal's downfall.
I know.
I didn't say I'm praying now, I'm saying I'm waiting.
Yeah.
I'm waiting.
But these times
You know, in preparing the podcast, I was doing my research. You're still top of the league of the Champions League, though.
How?
Why would you do that to me?
What do you mean how? Because that's how it finishes.
You finished. We're still top of the league. but that hurts more than. Yeah, man. No, listen, friendly advice to everyone, man. Don't worry about being top of the Champions League ever again.
Finally, Marley Mar.
Mal here, Man United supporter, but obviously I'm repping Real Madrid for the Vic. Come on.
That's what you call a hate. That's real hate.
Real hate. I went vintage as well. I didn't even get a new joint. Yeah, happy to be here, man. Happy to be here.
Yeah. No Dre man today, so just the four of us. Before we get into it, let me do some admin. You can find us on all major platforms, Spotify, Apple, and I always forget the last one. Spotify, Apple, and YouTube, right?
Yeah, YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube.
Amazon.
If you go on Amazon. And you can interact with us on X, TikTok, and Instagram. So let's get into it. So as I said last week, the season's over, isn't it?
Yeah, it's been done.
Everyone knows what's happening. Liverpool are going to win the league. We know who's going to get relegated. The only thing that's going is like top four. But we're going to still talk football. Start off with the Manchester derby.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, drag it.
Yeah, it was a game which was obviously it's normally like heated, high throttle. But yesterday it was flat.
It was very...
Yeah. Do you think that's largely down to the fact that obviously again the league is over? You guys are more focused about Champions League. I mean, yeah, qualifying for your Champions League via Europa. And Man City, they still need to play for the league.
Yeah.
But obviously they got the FA Cup.
Yeah, I was surprised at City's approach to it, to be fair. Like, a couple of weeks ago, or whenever I returned, I was like, for me, the league has been done for a while, innit? Like, so if we could just, like, end the season now and just get towards summer transfer window, that would be splendid. So, yeah, I understand Man United's approach to the game, but we looked like we was even trying to go for it a little bit. I guess this is the pride thing, was at home and stuff like that. But Man City, yeah, Pep has got stuff to pay for. I was surprised. They were more flat than us.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were more flat than us. Yeah, I mean, with us, obviously, we know we've got the Europa League on Thursday, which is an important game. Our season is pretty much like resting on you know, getting some success in that. Yeah, man, it was a weird game. It genuinely didn't feel like a derby. I fell asleep.
Yeah.
I genuinely fell asleep, bro. Like, at half-time, I was like, oh, right, 0-0, yeah? Cool. It gave me the feeling of, like, Chelsea, used to always make me fall asleep on a Sunday, bro. And it was, like, one of those kind of games, like, dry derby.
Well, so do you think... I was in and out of the game as well. I didn't really pay much attention to it. Do you think you guys, defensively you were good, or Man City were just flat? Like, which one was it?
I thought we were defensively we were actually pretty decent. Casemiro's been playing pretty well.
Yeah.
As a DM, he's like been playing well recently. Lenny Euro had a good game. Dorgu looks pretty decent. He gets up and down the pitch pretty well. Man City didn't really threaten us. Mamouche, obviously, he looks like the danger man. He looks like he's going to be decent next season if they can get it right. But outside of that, like,
Foden got hooked.
Yeah, I mean, and he's been stinking for a while. Like, he obviously got hooked after they were they on him chanting
Your mum's a...
Huh?
They were saying your mum's a something.
Oh, yeah, I wasn't going to say it, but yeah.
You know what? I didn't even hear that.
I saw it
Yeah.
on Instagram.
Oh,
Well, that was a United fans, man, not a City fans.
It was United fans, yeah, and then I think Grealish got slapped as well.
what?
Yeah.
I said that was
What
the
do you
most
mean?
entertainment of the game.
But,
So that's by who?
I guess the Man United fan, isn't it?
No, you lot are too violent.
Yeah. No, you got slapped. So I saw the report before I left. Bruv. So I think they found him, man. They charged a 20-year-old.
How did he get
with
slapped?
Bruv, how did he get slapped last time?
Bro, this guy's always getting beat.
Remember, he's always getting beat up. Remember when he got slapped
He got
for
punched.
Villa?
No, he
Was
got
it Villa?
punched in the head.
Was it punch?
Yeah.
Oh, when
Oh,
he played Birmingham.
Yeah.
when they rushed the pitch
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't think he rushed the pitch.
No,
I
it's
think
just
it was-
one guy just came on and
just
punched
came
him.
on, and thumped him
on the pitch.
Yeah.
on the pitch, yeah.
I think I saw that. That's
That's a while ago.
That was a
yeah.
while ago.
Years ago when I was a youth.
He rushed the pitch, man.
No, one guy.
One guy, one guy rushed the pitch.
Yeah,
Not
But
like bare people. Right?
No. Yeah, I remember. Yeah. I remember
so-
that.
But why though, bro?
I don't know.
Why Jack Grealish?
Because
Why
he was a star at Villa, innit? So
Wait.
like, I don't know. So
But
maybe
he's a wind up though. Like we know he's a wind.
fans.
Yeah, he's a wind up, man. He's always wind up on the pitch. Like, and obviously you got that. Like you got people that are pretty not balanced in the head type thing.
Yeah.
Like that probably think they're on the pitch at the same time. That probably take personal umbrage to to everything he does on the pitch. So yeah, but yeah, he got slapped. It's not right. It's not right.
Was it after the match?
I don't know when it happened, but I'm just going to assume it must have been after the match.
Yeah.
So turning up for work and getting slapped
It's crazy.
by random fans.
Yeah, it's not good work, bro.
When you go home and tell your family, like,
It happened again. You gotta say it happened again, didn't it?
I got slapped.
But yeah, that was probably the most entertaining stuff
Yeah.
happening in the game. It wasn't a particularly great game. City ain't got anything to play for either, other than
They need to qualify for Champions
FA
League.
Cup.
FA Cup, but
Yeah,
they
FA
need.
Cup.
But you'd have thought, as you said earlier, they need to take the league a bit seriously because they need to qualify for
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
for
surprising.
Champions League.
they're
Because
fifth,
right now, they're fifth. With 52 points, but Newcastle are currently winning right now, and then Newcastle have a game in hand as well. If
Mhm.
Newcastle win both games, they go fourth. So yeah, City, they've got things to play for.
We're at Palace. Palace can get into the Europa League.
I know, I didn't screenshot that
No,
far
I
down.
think Palace are like 12th or something like that. When I checked yesterday.
Really?
Yeah. I think
Right,
so.
isn't it?
So what?
Yeah.
Manchester United are legit finishing in the bottom half of the table this season.
Yeah.
That's
There's
insane.
no chance of that. I mean, there is a chance, but it's very
'Cause remember,
unlikely.
remember when we put the bet in the that betting slip in the
Yeah, I
in
laughed.
that's crazy. Did anyone back it?
No, I wouldn't.
Bro, I thought that was a banker, like to finish top half of the table, bro. Like that's crazy, bro.
What, is that crazier than at the beginning of the season when somebody here said they're going to win the league?
Oh, what, Marley Marr?
I thought I didn't say that. I thought he was talking about me, but he must be talking about you.
I've never said
that.
I didn't say win.
You definitely did.
Yeah, you
Win the league.
Your prediction said you was going to win the league.
Yeah.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
I
One.
think-
But your prediction said you was going to win the league.
No, I
don't know if you
No,
draw.
he said
Or was it
third.
second?
No, he
Okay,
said
all
third.
right.
Yeah.
But before he done that,
Don't do that.
prediction-
No. But where's the receipts, bruv?
Oh, there's always receipts, bro.
Yeah,
I'm just at the guy that hodds them.
Bring it, bro. I did say third. I was moving mad. But I thought about it today though. Like we've had a injury ravaged season as well.
Okay.
What? We have, innit?
that was
I was-
bad.
But who cares, bro? Nobody was even talking about
I'm
that.
just saying it, like, but that's what I'm saying. No one's talking about it, but it's true. Like Ahmed has been out.
Recently.
No, he's been out for the whole season, pretty much.
What?
No,
The
no.
whole
No,
season?
he's talking about Ahmad.
Man, he's not
No,
been
Ken
there.
No,
hasn't-
it's not been the whole season.
No.
No.
He's been out for a while.
He's been out for a while.
Mason
but it's
Mount
not-
for the whole
He's been out
season.
for a while.
Mason Mount, Luke
He
Shaw.
think he just wasn't playing him to begin with. That's why.
Yeah.
exactly.
So he wasn't injured.
Yeah. So in fact, he hasn't even played that many. What's going on there, bro? Man?
That's mad. And Luke Shaw's just never available.
Yeah, I mean, but it's injuries, isn't it? These are
Come on,
important
His
man.
players.
behavior is not becoming of you. Bro.
Yeah, but I said there's not too much to take off from that game, and apart from obviously before the game, KDB announced that he's going to be retiring. Not retiring, he's leaving City at the end of the season. But based on that, going into the game, you'd have thought, and obviously as I said, City do have something to play for. You'd have thought they would have come out with a bit more vim, but they were just completely flat. But let's just speak on KDB. Probably going to go down as an all-timer.
Yeah.
Been there for a decade. He's collected numerous trophies and personal accolades. But if you were to rank him amongst the midfielders in the Prem, this is for everyone. Is he definitely top 3 selected?
Ooh, top three.
Top 3 CMs.
Yeah, let's say midfielders. Yes, that's midfielders, yeah. Because if I was to give you a list of potentials, let's say,
Yeah.
so you got Frank
Gerrard.
Lampard,
Yeah.
Gerrard, Scholes, Torre, Fabregas, Silva, Vieira, Roy Keane.
No, it's got to be, right? Surely. Yeah, he's got
Okay,
to be.
let's go around and rank our top threes.
The list. Say it again. Sorry.
Yeah.
Lampard, Gerrard, Scholes, Torre, Fabregas, Silva, Vieira, Keane. And if there's someone else I'm missing, then feel free to add them, bro.
Ooh.
I'm saying Vieira,
Coutinho.
KDB, and Yaya.
Okay, that strives. Jerry?
I'm going. What's this? Is that in order of your favorite?
No, that's definitely in order.
That's
That's top three.
Top
Yeah.
three.
Oh, do you think they're the best, or
That's his top three.
Yeah, that's
your
my top
favorite?
three.
But you don't. Are you saying they're the best in the league, or you think they're your favorite?
Should be my.
I think it's
my
a favorite
favorite.
because Vieira's in there, so and I
Yeah.
don't think
No, but
Okay.
but let's not downplay Vieira's.
No,
team.
don't play him, bro.
There is a baller, but
Yeah, but you like he was like, what is it? You're voted by his players, by his peers, like every season, other than his debut season and the last season where he was injured. Like he's regarded as a baller. Like
Yeah, of course.
yeah. Like Vieira's that guy. Like that's obviously I know it's easy to forget, but Vieira's that guy, man.
Yeah, mine is Torre, KDB, and Gerrard.
Gerrard, you say?
Yeah.
Okay.
Miles?
Torre, Silva, KDB.
Silva. Oh. But so far, everyone's got
KDB.
KDB.
Mm.
I'll definitely put KDB, Torre, and now the third one is
It's tricky, man, because when you like have to like do top three, it feels like you're undermining.
Yeah.
Because
I just want to call him a legend.
I kind of want
They
Silva in
are
there.
all legends.
I want Silva
Yeah.
in mine as well, to be fair.
But I'm thinking of like someone that can do everything. Yaya Toure can do everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
KDB can do everything. And I'll just have to give the last one to Gerrard as well, because he can do everything as well.
Yeah. It's tricky though, but he needs to. He's done enough in this league to be ranked high amongst the best midfielders. That's
Did you mention Roy Keane as well?
I put Roy Keane there, yeah. But I listened to something today. Someone saying there's a camp of Roy Keane, and people seem to forget that Roy Keane was actually a baller.
He was
dope.
Yeah.
I know, but I need to go back and
Nottingham
watch that because
Forest as well.
I can't remember that Roy Keane.
You just remember the bruiser.
Yeah.
He was cold.
So I need to go back and watch it.
You should see his Nottingham Forest comps as well, bro.
Feel free to put a camp in the group so I can watch it because I know even who was I listening to? Someone said it. They would say this. No, I think it was Rio Ferdinand. Sandy Cole on Rio Ferdinand's podcast. He was saying, Roy Keane.
He was very cold, like techie as well. Like yeah.
John Joe Shelby.
John Joe Shelby was a baller as well.
Okay, so that was the
I actually love John Joe Shelby to me.
that was the Prem. Now this one will be interesting. Yeah, so obviously Pep has managed like some top teams, Barcelona, Bayern Munich, and Man City, and in those teams there's obviously some top midfielders.
Mm-hmm.
So where do you think KDB will rank among those top midfielders? I'll give you a list.
Pep said.
No, that Pep's has managed midfielders. So I'll give you, for example, you got at Barcelona, Xavi, Iniesta, Busquets. Bayern Munich, you got Alonso, Toni Kroos. Oh, Cesc was also at Barcelona as well. Bayern Munich, Schweinsteiger. Then Man City, Gundogan, KDB, Rodri, and also Thiago. So again,
David Silva.
Was he there?
I don't know actually.
Was David Silva there when Pep was there?
No, I wouldn't have been there.
I don't think.
No, I wouldn't.
I don't know.
I remember that.
Let's see. Okay, I don't know. So I'm not sure. So I haven't included him. But again, is KDB top 3 selected?
Top 3 out of everyone?
Out of that list?
No.
No, I think
Oh, KDB, sorry. Oh, no, I think so. Yeah, I think so.
I don't know if he is, bro.
No, I think he must be.
So who do you put?
I've got a soft spot for Thiago. So
Thiago's definitely not top 3.
Thiago's in there. I love Thiago, but he ain't there.
I've got a soft spot.
Xavi and Idi are already in there. Like, I don't care what anyone says. Then might be one of the.
So me, I'm just going Xavi, Ini, and Busquets.
Honestly, bro, I don't think. Yeah, maybe again. Yeah.
So KDB doesn't fit in there.
Well, what was the Bayern?
I don't know. That might be biased
Bayern is Alonso, Toni Kroos, Schweinsteiger, And Thiago.
Even Swansack was a ball as well, bro. He didn't do well, man.
Alonso, Tony Cruz.
Yeah, I forgot you.
Yeah.
You lot, man.
What's
Nah,
that?
he came to collect the check.
United.
That's not
I forgot
United's
they
fault.
went
He came to collect the check.
No, he didn't.
Oh, Schweinsteiger.
Yeah, Schweinsteiger.
Oh, yeah.
I can't remember what manager didn't like him. Was it? Manager didn't play him, basically.
Yeah, I
didn't,
remember
didn't give him any joy.
Yeah, KDB could probably... because obviously when you put Ini, Xavi and Busquets, you're kind of building midfield. But again, you said on completeness of being a player.
No, that's what I'd have Miles based on.
Okay,
He's like, for this one, you can do whatever.
Yeah, I think KDB could probably get in there if you were to sacrifice one of those two, because the Xavi and Ini... this is tough.
No, I don't think he'll get in.
Nah,
He wouldn't.
just
He
rock out,
wouldn't. He wouldn't, because the Barcelona, they're top three. Like,
Yeah.
all football purists.
But this is
would-
KDB in his prime as well.
Yeah, I know.
KDB in his prime
them
is
boys
hanging
there
on in
were.
fourth, maybe.
I know.
Them
Yeah.
boys there were.
KDB,
Joke man, bro.
yeah. KDB definitely, but yeah, man.
Because
we can't.
KDB or Busquets?
I'm
Busquets.
taking Busquets. Yeah.
Okay.
Bro, the way that
Iniesta
guy
or
does
KDB?
Matador.
Iniesta or KDB. Because sort of like Xavi and Iniesta, I could probably take out one.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So,
But then it's which one do you take
but
out?
I preferred Iniesta over Xavi. I know loads of people prefer Xavi over Ini, but I was always Iniesta over Xavi. Yeah, I was always Iniesta over Xavi, man.
So KDB don't get him.
I think you could take one of those. I'll take out Xavi for KDB for me.
But I think we're just doing that just for the sake of honouring KDB.
No,
but
not
really, he doesn't get in, man.
No, not even. Just because his completeness. Do you know what it is? Obviously, that Barcelona midfield three, they played very intricate football, but KDB could say, you know what, fuck all that.
Yeah,
Let me just send 60 yards.
But he can also do the intricate stuff as well.
He can as well, but he's not as good as them. But them, I don't know if them man can do crash.
No, they probably can't.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why I think he's more...
It's a tricky one. So we're going to get a lot of people that hate us after this debate, bro, because they're just going to say Barcelona, bro. You shouldn't even have this discussion.
Nah, bro, you'll be surprised, man. There'll be some people who went around for that, and other people who don't even care about tiki-taka. They just want to see... they want to see 60-yard screamers into the top bin, bro.
Yeah.
Now this next one, yeah, and I just thought maybe I should have given you guys a bit more time to prep for it. Again, speaking of midfielders, if you were to build Pep's 11 based on midfielders, do you think we can do that? For example, you could put Yaya Toure and Rodri in centre back. I don't know who you
are you talking about in the players at their peak or the players in their time under Pep? Because Yaya Toure and Pep doesn't count.
I need some time.
At their peak,
Yaya Toure under Pep doesn't count.
No, but that's why he'll go in defence. I wouldn't put him in midfield.
Pep's had better defenders than Yaya Toure.
Pep had midfielders. Only midfielders were going to create an 11 based on Pep's midfielders that he's managed. So Yaya Toure is a midfielder.
Okay, yeah.
But obviously, ironically, Pep actually played him in defence for Barcelona.
Yeah.
But if this is too much for us to do, we'll skip past this one.
No, we can do that. We can do that.
Not on the spot.
We can do that, bro. It's only midfielders, bro.
Based on these recent quotes, Matheus,
No. This is the top ones.
Yeah.
No, we can do that based off of midfielders only. We can do that.
Yeah.
What are the 11 playing in it? Like, is a left back playing? Can he use a left?
No, they are all midfielders.
Playing left back.
Okay.
So you play a midfielder as a left back.
Yeah, I'll put Xabi Alonso right back because he can do what Trent does.
Are we forgetting positions, all right? We're forgetting positions.
We're doing 4-3-3. Only midfielders.
I don't know if I can do this one.
Yeah, Xabi Alonso right back, Toure centre back. Who else?
Rodri centre back.
Busquets DM.
Who
will be left back though?
Left back will be
David Silva, bro.
Yeah, you could do David Silva.
Yeah.
Oh, what's that fast guy? He played at City for a bit.
Was he a midfielder?
I don't. Did he play on Pep? He was a
Neves.
midfielder. Yeah, it was he.
No, but he's
right back already.
The right midfielder.
Yeah.
So you put Bernardo on the left back.
Bernardo, I wouldn't put Bernardo Silva.
Or who are you going to put?
Oh yeah, put Bernardo Silva left back.
Then your midfield could be Busquets, Xavi, and Iniesta.
Yeah.
KDB right forward.
What is it? Right forward.
I'll
put KDB.
false nine.
KDB left forward still, so he can cut in and
forward.
shoot.
Then who's right forward?
Right forward, I would have put Bernardo Silva, to be fair.
Oh, what? Maybe Cesc false nine then.
Yeah, that's what I said. Cesc false nine. Yeah, that's what I said.
Okay.
Cesc false nine.
This seems carnage and it can do better.
What? When do you not?
is Foden count as a midfielder?
Get out of here.
No, but we're talking about in their prime though, man. Why are you not moving like Foden in his prime was brazy, bro.
As a
How
CM.
can we be talking
Huh?
about him like he's
Is
rubbed
it
out
the
already,
CM,
bro?
bro?
Yeah, CM, the CMs.
No, I'm just because this guy's being disrespectful to him, bro.
What,
Like,
Foden?
yeah. You can't say get out
It's
of
on
Foden,
time. It's
bro.
on time for Foden's name, bro.
I don't think.
He's had one bad international tournament and one bad season.
And all the rest of the seasons he's been carried.
Carried.
But either way, he's not a CM, so he doesn't fit into this.
Carried.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah, he's contributed. He hasn't been the main man.
He's had one
Wait.
one season where he's been the main man, and other than that, he's been a bit part.
No, but he
Where
said
else?
carried though. What does carried means? You're not carrying. That's nonsense.
Who what? Foden?
You said carried.
Yeah, like I don't
So
think...
that means you're just here for the vibes, bro. The team is
No, he
That's how Pep
he
used him.
he wasn't the main player.
That's how Pep used him.
no, bro. Like carried is a special word, isn't it? Like, give me another player who's carried, bro, in the team.
I don't.
In City.
No, in any team, bro.
No, but I get what you're trying to say. I don't think he
Yeah.
means it literally. I don't think
Darwin
he
Nunes.
means that he wasn't the main guy. He's never been the main guy.
Oh, right. Is that what you meant? Because you said carried. Because I think he's done carrying, bro.
Like,
He's
he's done
contributed.
carrying.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
so
he's
last
the guy that's been
last
called upon.
season, you can definitely say
He done
that
heavy lifting last season.
Yeah, he did some
Yeah,
heavy
forget about
lifting.
last
But then
season,
that was
bro.
the only season. The
It's
rest
not,
of it,
bro.
he's just been... Okay, this season when he's been required to do heavy lifting, where is he? Because
Yeah, okay, but
he
this season
needed
he's been
some...
carried. No one's going to argue with that.
Yeah, but I feel like he's been carried and all the others as well.
That's not true though, man. He's definitely done some heavy lifting in other seasons, bro.
He's been a bit part player though. I think that's your point you're making, right?
Yeah, like I
He
feel
hasn't.
like I don't feel like without him, City's fortunes would be different.
So
Other than last season.
Okay, fair enough.
on the subject of Phil Foden,
Obviously,
obviously
who's the striker on that team?
we said Cesc up top, false nine. But
I think there's a better striker.
So who was right?
as,
Wait,
a,
who
but
was
as a
right?
midfielder, who
Yeah, but,
I've given you.
I reckon KDB would be a better striker.
But who plays on the right? Who plays on the left?
Oh, that's good, isn't it?
So that's what I was saying. It's just trying to make it. You got Schweinsteiger, you got Xabi Alonso, Thiago as a false nine, and Cesc on the left.
Yeah, I want to revisit this, man.
And then where does KDB play then?
I said on the
said
right.
left. He said on the right, but in the front three essentially.
So we're saying Thiago
I
needs
would-
to get in this team.
So far, no.
Maybe a right back. But I'll put
Thiago
Xabi
in-
at
Oh,
right
maybe a right back.
I'll put Xabi at right back.
I'll put me right back.
I'll put
He needs to get in the team.
I'll put ooh.
I'll put Xabi
I'll put
Alonso right back
Xavi centre back. Alonso centre back. Sorry.
instead of Rodri.
Oh no, I got it. It will be Rodri and Xabi Alonso centre back.
Yeah.
Midfield will be Busquets, Xavi, and Yaya Toure.
Yeah.
Left forward will be
Yeah.
Iniesta,
Yeah.
Seth false nine, and KDB on the right.
And who playing fullback
It's Bernardo left back
and right back?
and Thiago.
Thiago
right
right back. I'm alright with that.
Who just got sacrificed?
I don't know, but I feel like we're missing people.
That's what I felt.
But you
Yeah,
are
where's
gonna
Yaya-
miss
where's-
people.
where's Yaya Toure? He's
Oh,
playing in the middle.
He's middle.
Oh,
Oh,
Fab's
okay.
that got.
Yeah, Fabregas got sacked.
Sorry,
No, Fabregas is false nine.
False nine.
Okay, and then KDB's right forward.
Right forward
okay,
and
yeah.
Iniesta's
okay.
left. I just moved Iniesta.
Oh, maybe
So
it's
Xabi
Thiago.
Alonso got sacrificed.
No,
No,
Xabi Alonso
is
centre back.
centre back.
Mm.
It's Thiago.
Basically, we didn't do the full
Thiago
team.
right
So
back?
yeah, Thiago's right back. Whereas you had Xabi Alonso right back to begin with.
And where's Rodri?
Rodri centre
Centre
back.
Yeah.
There's no one missing. Obviously, there's some names missing, but
Yeah,
this
yeah,
is that's a decent team of
I'm
midfielders.
alright with that seems.
Who's in goal?
Yeah.
Matheus Nunes.
And before we come to Nunes, just a quick one on Foden. You guys are saying now KDB's leaving.
Yeah.
You said Foden was carried. Foden wasn't carried. Does Pep trust Foden to say now KDB's gone? I need you to step up, or
No.
you say you know what? I'm gonna have to buy a new.
He's gonna
I'll
have
buy
to
a new
buy.
player.
He's gonna have to buy. He's not gonna trust him. He's not. I can't. Like, I mean, he can't. Like, Foden is a good player. Like, no, I'm not trying to style him like at all. Like, I think Foden is a good player, but I don't think he's the kind of player that you can say, yo, like, here's the reins. You're now, you're taking the team on your back and push forward. I think Pep's definitely got to go to market if he's staying at City.
Yeah, Foden hasn't got the character. Do you know he's the similar kind of mold of like Sancho.
No, no,
Like, Foden.
stop, man. Get out of here, bro.
Let me
Get out of here,
tell
man.
you why.
I
Let me
use
tell you why.
disrespect,
Let me tell you why. He hasn't taken criticism well and gone out on the pitch and delivered. And Sancho, I feel like Sancho, he plays within himself, and I think he plays within himself because the media and the comments are all on him.
Mm.
Foden, bro, that's not Sancho's problem, bro.
What's his problem then?
His problem
he's got talent.
His problem is that he has no application, isn't it?
And what's Foden doing?
Foden's got application. We've seen him apply it in the...
Not under pressure.
What do you mean?
I think that's the problem, bro.
Yeah, but when has
When
Sancho...
pressure-
I think he has done it under pressure.
When has Sancho
Foden?
even
Yeah,
been under
Foden
pressure,
has.
though?
Yes, because I mean,
Unless
most
you're
of
from England.
last season.
When the criticism's on him, when?
Oh, what when
That's
criticism?
mainly
Yeah.
England.
Yeah, but hang on.
That's
When
mainly
has
England.
the pressure ever been on Sancho, though?
On Sancho.
Yeah.
All at Manchester United, bro.
What pressure?
Brother, he's got pressure from the fans. He's got
Price tag.
price tag as well. Of course, but yeah, come on, man.
When you say pressure, what are you talking about? Because we're talking about... You were talking about
I'm
regarding Foden.
talking about external pressure and expectation that you're the guy. You're going to deliver something. And I think, back to Foden. I think Foden, when the pressure is on him and the criticism's actually on him, you're not delivering. Brother, he's playing way worse. I think.
Well, are you just saying that just for England? Because at Man City, he's always apart from this
one
season.
season, yeah.
But
And there was no KDB in that season when he balled out.
Mm.
And because remember, KDB's he's missed in the last few seasons. He missed a lot of the season.
Where I will agree with you saying that I personally think he hasn't been playing under pressure because there's been no need for him to play under pressure.
Yeah.
Unless when you get to England, where England are saying, okay, replicate what you did for Man City,
Be the guy.
then he can't do it.
Yeah.
But he's never really had pressure. I think that's why everyone's like,
This season is
this season because of
But it's
what
the
he
one
done last
time,
season.
though,
But
bro.
Man City,
Like Sancho has done it continuously. Everybody is allowed to have a season off, especially when you've had.
You say last season was a pressurized season because obviously Arsenal was like putting the pace
exactly,
on,
bro.
and City had to literally win every game,
And there was no
Foden stepped
KDB,
up.
bro.
They were expected to though, and that's the thing. I think this this season, Man City.
That's unfair.
No, I think this season teams have gone against Man City. They've played Man City like expecting that. All right, the Man City of old, they're not going to turn up, and I think that pressure has affected a lot of players, and I think we're seeing on the pitch.
No,
Like-
but you see when you say that about people are going to Man City, it took them to lose a lot of games before people started doing that, and even when they were losing, people were still
of course.
expecting them to buck that trend, innit?
Mm.
So I'm kind of back with what Strives are saying. When KDB wasn't there and Man City were doing the title race versus Arsenal, that is a high pressure environment, bro.
But they're expected to win though at that point, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but the expectation doesn't matter, and it just matters about
But
whether you deliver or
expectation
not.
does breed pressure.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, we'll see next season because obviously he's going to be he's the guy now. KDB is leaving.
To your question, I don't think if you say to him you have to do this, I wouldn't back him. But if it's like KDB's not here, you can go out there and express yourself, then I'd think he can do it. So I think, they are going to buy somebody because if you lose somebody as big as KDB, you have to replace them. And then you hope that this guy can rise to the occasion. That's a bonus, but you don't expect players to rise to occasions. I think that's poor management.
Yeah, I think for you to expect him to rise to expectation, you should have hopefully seen something already. And I think Foden's issue is that he doesn't have the he's a good player, but he doesn't have that arrogance like a Palmer. If Palmer's still there now, I think they're good because he has the arrogance. Okay, right, I can take all this pressure and ball out. Whereas Phil Foden, I don't think, to Marley's point, not that he's had to handle pressure. I think if he can't carry City on his back, and that's what City need. And if you're replacing KDB, you need someone to.
Oh yeah, fair enough. Then yeah. Okay, I kind of get what you're saying then.
And speaking of midfielders, obviously, so Man City's midfield yesterday was KDB. Who played against you? Kovacic played.
Kovacic played, yeah.
KDB, Kovacic, and Gundogan. That midfield is ass and it's old. It's tired.
Very tired.
And ironically, one of the other midfielders that should probably be playing there, he's 26, is Nunes, who Pep bought for 53 million. And I'm sure when he bought him, he said like he's probably one of the best midfielders he's seen.
He did say that.
Yeah,
He did say that.
And
I remember thinking, what's he talking about?
and fast forward how many years he's been there now. Pep has now said he doesn't think he's good enough to be a midfielder. He doesn't have the what's his quote? His quote is where is it? Yeah, he says he can become a good right back for his physicality.
Physicality.
Okay, yeah, so yeah, physicality. I think he's not a player to play in the midfield because he's not clever enough, doesn't have the composure. He has incredible skills and he's still learning a lot. So he's gone
Did you
from...
say not clever enough? I know you disrespect him. I just couldn't remember what you said.
So he's gone from being one of the best midfielders that he's seen to saying he's not good enough.
Yeah.
And now he's basically Kyle Walker's potential replacement.
Jeez.
So just based on that, City, I know we were saying on previous podcasts, City do have a rebuilding job. When I saw that run, I thought to myself, yeah, they do have a job on their hands.
It's going to be tough, man. It's going to be tough for the next season.
Rodri's coming back, but they've already got Gonzalez. Then now it's like, who's going to play that 10? Is it Foden or is it going to be someone you're going to buy?
Yeah.
That player needs to acclimatise. But in the forward line, I think they're good to go.
What? I don't think they are, you know.
What, Matheus and
Haaland? They have Oscar Bob coming back as well.
Okay, Again, I don't know if Oscar Bob is the complete.
Or Savinho could maybe just start.
I'm not having Savinho.
I know, but
Oscar Bob will start. That was actually a big blow for him to get injured right at the beginning of the season. Because in pre-season he was ripping it.
If Oscar Bob is the finished article or the ready to go, then yeah, I guess so. But again, I'm not too sure about Doku and Savinho, man. Like in terms of wanting to build that team, because for me, Savinho and Doku were Luis Diaz when I didn't like him. Like, I don't think they're reliable guys.
Yeah, the end product is low. Like, they're threats, but they just don't have end product.
But they're good at draining your the opposition's defense's concentration, because they're so active and they're like, when you're concentrating on a player like that, you just get exhausted. So that's what they're good at. But in terms of delivering you 3 points on the plate, they're not the guys for that.
True. But when you compare them to like other teams, they've got 2 players in each position in the forward line, at least. And Matheus seems like a decent signing.
Matheus looks good, man. He looks good. I was looking at him, like, how are they finding 7 so easily, bro? We get these players, bro, and give them the 7 shirt, bro, and they just stink, bro, every single day.
They paid 77 million for him, bro, man. So.
Yeah.
Is that much?
But they pay that much for Anthony.
Facts, bro.
Cool. Let's move over to the next game. So Fulham 3, Liverpool 2.
Why you start with that game? Huh? Why you start with that game?
So whether I started or whether I came to it, I was going to talk about United. So the defeat doesn't really mean anything to you. You're still going to be winning the league. But
no, it does, man.
You said that last week about Everton. But my question to you is, like, it's a present for the both of you, Liverpool and then Arsenal fan. Do you think, Jay, you guys would have been as comfortable as you have been if you had more pressure on you?
Of course not.
No?
Of course not, man. But again, I did say that we could lose the next 3 games and we'll still win the title.
Yeah, of course. Because of Arsenal's situation.
No, not even the situation. It's just Arsenal, isn't it? It's Arsenal, isn't it? Like, I'm keeping it real, bro. Man. That's always been my frame of mind.
You know what? It's funny because I was thinking to myself, like, during the season, like, a lot of Arsenal fans have always said that, they'd rather be chasing Liverpool than chasing Man City. But then I was thinking, like, I'm sure Liverpool probably think I'd rather Arsenal be chasing us than Man City chasing us as well.
Yeah, of course.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Because, man, Arsenal, we've put up a pathetic chase, man. Like, Liverpool have basically said, we don't want to win the league a good couple of times. They've said that, look, we're trying to bottle it. Catch us. But we just, every time you drop points, we're like, don't worry, man, we'll drop them with you.
I think that's a bit harsh because we've only lost 2 games this season, so I think it'd been harsh on Arsenal, to be fair.
No, but I mean, you've lost 2 games, and then how many have you drawn? You've drawn like 7 or 8?
No, you've drawn 7. Arsenal drawn 11.
Yeah, you've drawn like 11. Yeah. Was it 12 now?
No, it's 11.
It's 11 after this one. Yeah, like you've drawn enough games for us to have capitalised. So,
but at the same time, you lot haven't lost that many games.
Yeah.
I mean, we lost 2 or 3 now.
2.
Yeah.
No, 2 or
I think it's 3.
Bournemouth, Newcastle. Was there anyone else?
Bournemouth, Newcastle, and
that was it, all right?
We just Bournemouth, lost to Newcastle. Have you lost one recently?
Was it West Ham?
Yes, West Ham.
Yeah.
West Ham,
yeah. So 3. But what's interesting, Joey, is obviously last week we talked about Trent.
Yeah.
Trent going. And first half of the season, Liverpool were very dominant, but I think a large contributor to that was Salah.
Yes.
And of recent, Salah's gone off the ball, and you guys are being a bit laboured.
Tepid.
Yeah. So do you think, and I made a prediction last week or the week before, and I said, I think even if Salah stays, I don't think he's going to replicate what he did first half of the season. Are you concerned based on how much he's fallen off so far, second half of the season? Because there's a gulf between what he did first half of the season versus what he's doing second half of the season.
And Ramadan's done now.
Salah's done this quite a few times, you know, where like he kind of packs his goals in quite early in the season. Did last season. He did it the season before. I think it was at AFCON.
Yeah.
It's usually like after AFCON or Ramadan where he just kind of, we can't rely on him to contribute the goals anymore. So, I'm not surprised that he's kind of gone off, but I think towards the end of the season, he'll probably come back in again.
Yeah.
So, but this is a pattern that happens with Mo Salah, actually.
So you have no concerns that if Salah stays, again, he's 1 year older.
No, this is, again, I don't have any concerns about age because personally, I would be wondering what contract they'd be signing with him, but this season, we should be figuring out a way to move on from these players. Last season, we should have been figuring out a way to move on from these players.
Obviously, Slot's only had one season, so he needs time to...
No, I'm just saying that because it's not Slot that's making all this decision by a committee, innit?
Yeah.
So like, or obviously, like you're signing these guys to aid the transition, but the focus should be transition.
When you say moving on from players, what do you mean? As in Salah, VVD, Trent?
Anyone who you have a heavy reliance, even at Arsenal, not to say that they should be moving on from Arsenal, but they should be planning for competition.
Yeah.
For somebody who's going to push this guy to, if this guy isn't here doing that, then where else can we rely? If Saka gets injured, what can we rely on? If Salah gets injured or Salah is doing Ramadan, what can we rely on? Do you know what I mean? So that's how you build a team that's suitable. Like you said, Pep has 2 players per position. We need that.
Yeah. You know what was interesting this week is that you guys, Liverpool and Arsenal, you've more or less played the same opponents back to back.
Bro, it's weird.
Yeah.
It's weird, but it's happened like 2 or 3 times.
And just focusing on the Fulham game, Fulham were set up very defensively against Arsenal, despite Arsenal not even having like a striker or whatever. But ironically against Liverpool, they were a bit more offensive. And then it got me thinking, I'm like, is this how teams normally set up against you two?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
One plays against like defensively and one's like, you know what, let me go again. And you're like, why would that approach be like that? Because you guys are top of the league.
Yeah.
These guys are the chasers. You guys have Salah. They've got Saka. But Saka gets doubled up, but Salah doesn't get doubled up.
So the way we play, well, I think we had this conversation not too long ago, but the way at the start of the season, Slot wanted to be ball dominant. For some reason, it started off like that, but then now it just doesn't seem to be going that way.
Yeah.
But Arsenal are very good at being ball dominant. So when Arsenal are doing the left and right passing, you heard Ola Aina talk about it as well. They're doing the left and right passing. It's hard to like focus against.
Yeah.
We don't really move the ball and keep the ball as much as Arsenal do. So teams, they can pack their attacks against us, whereas the attacks against Arsenal are mostly counter-attacks that the other CBs have to deal with.
Yeah, especially if you're struggling to concentrate as well. It's safer to stay compact.
Yeah, and you're punch drunk, man. You're punch drunk after a while, man. So and a team like Fulham, where they do have a decent attack, they like we against Everton. I'm sure Everton had more attacks on us than Arsenal as well. It's just something that I'm not too happy with. I'm not keen on it, but yeah.
That's interesting, though.
Yeah. Even like the Newcastle games against Arsenal, they went for them. To be fair, Newcastle went at us as well, man.
Yeah.
But they went at you lot as well.
Yeah. Another talking point is there's been some videos going around, obviously, VVD, defensive display yesterday. And Canate defensive display. What's that?
I thought you was going to talk about him elbowing people in the head.
Oh, yeah, VVD.
Wait, was that on against Fulham?
He did one against Fulham yesterday.
Yeah.
Don in the group, he's been mentioning it for a while. I think he's got a case on about VVD gets away with a lot. And he does. Like, there was one he done on Mbappe, Gordon as well. It's sometimes unnecessary.
He loves the off the ball still.
Yeah, and then nothing happens to him. But
yeah, but you got to earn the right to be able to do that, bro.
No,
Canate can't do that.
What's he done? What's he done to earn that right?
He's been the best Premier League defender, isn't it?
No.
Do you know what I mean? Like, Konate can't do that. Gabriel tried to do it for a while and then he used to get red cards, but then he grew out of that. Now he's a good CD in it, bro. But that's what I'm saying. It's like Alex Ferguson used to get Fergie time because he was the best.
Yeah.
It's a preference that people show to people that they feel like, oh no, he would never do that.
Yeah, but then he does it so much that it's gonna notice.
No, but I think to Juice's point, or Joey's point, it's like, yeah, you do earn a right. Because you think of like the best centre-backs, Pepe was a bad man.
No, because that's how they are.
Yeah, that's how VVD is.
But VVD is like, he has that.
He's a nice guy.
Of a nice guy.
It's because of his hair still.
Yeah,
of a nice guy. Because
never hair out of place.
Because if I in time, I won't say Saliba, but I think Arsenal have this thing against him. He probably wouldn't work. But someone like a Saliba may be able to get away with it because he seemed like nice. Yeah, and Gabriel's the rough guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Gabriel,
they could do the same challenge, but one will get booked and one wouldn't.
And that's Konate. And
Saliba will get away with it. Gabriel lacks finesse.
Yeah.
That's
even if it's literally the same.
They've
done it the same way. One will get penalised.
It just looks different because one just looks more aggressive. Like Konate looks more aggressive because people are racist in it. Man.
I know what you mean.
Light skin privilege, isn't it, Strives?
I mean, I'm dark skin society, but I hear that.
Respect.
Cool. Let's move over to Everton and Arsenal.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So another draw. Obviously, as I said earlier, that means you've had 11 draws this season.
Mm-hmm.
But it was due to another contentious referee decision in which you Everton got a penalty.
Yeah.
I'll come to you next. I'll come to you last, but I know what these guys are going to say.
It's a penalty, bro.
Joey thinks it's a penalty. Marley Mar thinks it's a penalty, even though you think it's a penalty still.
I thought it was a penalty, man.
Now, even after you've seen the clips and the breakdown of everything.
Well, the clips I've seen, I don't think I've seen the 25 angles like I'm sure you guys.
You never need that much angle.
But it probably looked like he clipped the back of
and
the
you think, but you don't think you think it's a honest penalty? And okay,
wait, it's a soft penalty, but it's a penalty.
Yeah, why do you think it's dishonest? Or
I don't think it was a penalty.
No, yeah,
because it was outside the box, or because it wasn't.
No, one, the challenge was outside the box, and two, it's you know, I've said it on the podcast.
He didn't even challenge him. It was like he was impeding the striker, but then he lets go of him, like even before he gets it starts outside the box.
Let's do court case. Let's do court case. Like plead your case, and then we'll plead our case.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, for me, obviously, I don't think it was a penalty. I thought it was very, very, very harsh. I didn't think it was a penalty anyway. So the infringement happens outside the box. It's carried, yeah. So I believe there was an infringement. You can say it was a foul outside of the box, but then Myles literally lets go of him before they get into the box. He gets pushed down. The Everton player, I can't remember his name now.
Harrison.
Yeah, Harrison. Yeah, Harrison. He's not even playing for the penalty. He gets back up and he wants to play for the advantage. And then the referee has blown for the spot. And when you look at it, and then when you're looking at it now, there's nothing that's happened in the box for it to be a penalty. At worst, it would be a foul outside of the box.
If you're to call it back,
yeah. If you're pulling it back, but then Myles gets pushed to the floor.
Yeah.
He gets pushed to the floor. I can't see like how you can watch that and say, yeah, penalty. Like,
Jeezy, do you want to take this?
No, I'm gonna watch it again because because when you say he lets go, my thought, what I believe happened, or maybe I'm wrong because I ain't watched it numerous angles. I thought Skelly gives up on it. Like he yields on the tussle and he falls and he lands on Harrison's, what is it, heel?
Ankle, but they're tussling, so it's like, and Harrison was goal side, so he sort of like leaned, like as Strive said, it's not maybe he's leaning on him, so he actually falls. So if he now falls, he's going to fall into Harrison.
Yeah.
But he wasn't pulling. He wasn't.
But you've been he was
he was in front of Harrison. He wasn't pushing Harrison. He wasn't pulling.
So
therefore, how can he be the one?
Let me say. So basically, it started off the ball's coming over the top, right? And then you've conceded that Skelly makes contact with Harrison.
Outside of the box. Yeah, that's a little just.
So then when it gets to the area,
he's already let go.
Skelly lets go.
Before, yeah.
And then,
I even think that contact isn't even offensive.
I think it is because if you're not going for the ball, why are you touching?
No, football's a physical. It's a physical game. We're gonna jump.
We're gonna grapple. That means you're blocking me, but you're not going for the ball.
Yeah, the ball's in the air right now, so we're battling for it.
But who initiated contact?
I can't remember.
It was Skelly. So that's why I think it's an impediment because so the ball's coming in. Skelly's got him. Skelly lets go. They go into the box, and then I think Jack Harrison's goal side of him. And then,
so how does it become a penalty? So I'm with you with the impeding.
Yeah. So
and then you say he goes into the box.
Let's go with him. They're in the box now. Jack Harrison's leaning on him.
So exactly.
Leaning on him. Skelly goes over and then clips Jack Harrison's heel.
Because someone's leaning on him.
Right, but my thing is who initiated contact. Because,
Outside
hang on,
the
let
box.
me finish.
Initiation was outside the box.
It doesn't matter.
No, it does that.
Hang on, let me say, because if Skelly doesn't fall over, he doesn't...
but he fell
hang on,
over
let me finish. If Skelly doesn't fall over, he doesn't trip over Jack Harrison.
Yeah.
But
Jack
Harrison's
one
let me finish.
issue,
Let me finish. If Jack Harrison doesn't fall over if Skelly doesn't touch Jack Harrison.
Outside the box.
Exactly. But it happened in the box.
No,
so
he let go.
my thing is that...
What happened in the box? But what happened in the box wasn't a penalty, though.
What happened? Yes, if you clip somebody's heel when they're in the area, it's
why not? So if someone clips someone heel in a penalty,
it's a penalty. It's always been a penalty.
He fell over.
No, he was pushed down.
No, he was
pushed back.
If I push you over, how can I say it's a foul?
Yeah, but
if I push you over, you
pushing
fall over, then I fall over.
I'm only pushing because you're holding me, bro.
No, he's not holding him. He's not holding him. He's not holding him.
He was holding him.
We've already conceded that.
You can't hold me and then let go and then say no.
Okay, but even if
you're gonna and let go and then say you can't fall over.
No.
As soon as you touch me, that's when you're putting.
And by the way, the holding was like, I think because he's the wrong side of goal.
Yeah.
He's just got his hand out, so like, okay, feel him.
You can't do that, bro. When somebody has a shooting opportunity.
All right, let me land. So the ball's come over. So Myles is obviously. He's wrong position, so he put his hand there.
Yeah.
And obviously I don't think he pulled him, but he probably did hold him, but he lets go. But at this time, he's still wrong side of goal. Mm-hmm. Harrison is now trying to lean forward, but
it all happened
in him leaning forward, and him trying to go forward. He's obviously Myles already off balance.
Yeah.
And Harrison is pushing his way through. And him in pushing his way through is obviously Myles is falling on the floor.
Sometimes the best referee.
I actually agree with what you're saying, but my thing that I've been saying to everybody is, if do you remember that penalty that Liverpool got in the Champions League that one time and you said it wasn't a penalty?
Which one?
I think who was it? Diaz was about to shoot and then the guy kind of tapped the back of Diaz's foot and then Diaz missed the ball and he dropped.
Or your shoes came off.
His boot came off. Yeah. So my thing is that if you impede somebody from getting the shot off, then you're putting that decision into a referee's head. Skelly, as soon as he makes contact with him, firstly, he made contact with him because he was in the wrong position.
Yeah, but
the impediment was in outside of the box.
Yeah.
So that's what.
So then the ref is now, okay, cool, advantage. What's the advantage? Is Jack Harrison going to get the shot off or is Jack Harrison going to get possession?
Jack Harrison falls over himself and then he gets back up. But this is what I'm saying. This is what I was going to say. I feel like the best referees like literally consider body language, and the body language of Harrison was to get up.
Mean anything, bro. Because you can get fouled in the box and not know you've been fouled in the box. What are you talking about?
I mean, what do you mean you could?
But do you know? Yeah, it's right now. It's a case between you and Marley Marl versus the world.
No, 100%.
Everyone.
But my opinion on penalties is a little bit different.
Yeah.
Most people.
So you've watched it. You've watched it.
I think it's penalty.
Yeah. So just to finish I feel like the referee's seen that Jack Harrison is potentially through on goal, and then whatever the reason for Skelly falling over, he's seen that Jack Harrison should be able to get a shot off or should be able to get possession. He's now seen Skelly fall over and land on the back of his heel. So what am I going to do as a referee? Am I going to bring it back for the advantage that isn't the highest advantage? You give the highest advantage, which would be a penalty.
And again, the whole thing of a penalty. A penalty is such a it's such an advantage to the team that it gets.
It's a capital punishment.
So it's such a decision worthy to give someone such an advantage in that sort of situation.
No, but so my thing is that's why I think it's a penalty. Yeah. So I've just watched it again, and I think there's a moment in time when they're tussling when it's 50-50. But when Skelly gives up on it, it's no longer 50-50. It's Jack Harrison.
Exactly.
And then what's Skelly now doing?
Skelly knocks his foot, bruv. So
Skelly's falling over.
Skelly's giving up, right?
Skelly's giving up, and
he's falling over at that point as well.
He's lost the 50-50, and at that point he's fallen over.
And it's in the area
should be through at that point.
So that's why I say you could pull it back for the free kick, but why would I give them the lower advantage, the less advantage?
Because that was the right thing to do. You can't just make things up, bro. It's not a penalty, bro.
No, the rules are you give the highest advantage, bro.
What do you mean you give the highest advantage?
So if, for example,
the highest advantage is letting it play on because the foul
you can't play on because
you can't play on. He's impeding
the foul
him,
is
bro.
outside of the box. If you're going to give the foul, you do it outside the box. So the advantage is you let him play in the box. You don't just say, "Oh, it's a penalty."
The had been given, bruv, to Harrison,
to get the shot off, and then he didn't, and then he fell on.
So you bring it back.
No, so I'm saying if you found me in the box, if you found me in the box, and then the ball rolls into the back of the net. That's like saying, no, ref has to stop it and give a penalty, bro. No, you give the highest advantage, which is the goal that's been scored already.
No, but if he's already blown your whistle, you bring it back.
No, but he hasn't blown the whistle, my point. I'm saying he hasn't blown the whistle.
If he's... The first incident happened outside the box.
Yeah.
He's given an advantage like a
advantage,
player.
yeah. And then he's fouled him.
And he wasn't there. He wasn't able to get his shot.
No. According to the referee, he's fouled him in the box.
Okay.
So then the ref has to give penalty. But if that wasn't the case, then you pull it back for a minute.
So you as a defender, that goes against you, and suddenly, what are you saying?
But I would know. I would know straight away.
I would know straight away. You've managed when Marley Mars playing. How many penalties did he used to give when he said it was never his fault?
No, I didn't give her bare pennies.
Wow. How are you going to do that to you?
No,
I give her bare pennies. I didn't give her bare pennies.
Not say bare pennies. But when he gave away, even the bank holiday football as well.
Yeah. Bank holiday football gave away.
But
that was unfair.
Exactly. It's unfair. Why was it unfair?
In modern football, bruv, I wouldn't have been given pennies, bruv. Because what was happening is that, so I'm sliding, and then someone's kicked the ball.
You slid.
And then my hands are wherever my hands are, I've slid in it. My hands are where my hands are. And the ball's hit my hand. And they gave him 2 pennies. That's burned me, bro. I'm 38, and that still burns me, you know. If I saw him today, bro, I'm beefing, bro.
So essentially, what I'm saying is that if that decision was given against you, I know that both of you would not be happy.
I wouldn't be happy, but
whenever I give a penalty, and even when I've 2-footed guys in the box, I'm not happy, bro. But what I will say is that I think when you initiate contact and you don't end up,
but you have to initiate. It's a contact fault.
No, but I'm saying, but you can't initiate contact for no reason. When you initiate contact and you don't get anywhere near the ball and you don't make contact with the ball, that's when you're putting the decision in the referee's hands.
No, but
so I would be disappointed in myself.
No, but I hear what you're saying, but you're actually not, or you're just disregarding the fact that Lewis-Skelly is no longer impeding him in the box.
Yeah, but
so the arm's no longer impeding, and then Jack Harrison literally pushes him down and slips, bro.
He doesn't slip.
He does,
bro.
There's contact pushing him down, bro. He wasn't pushing him down.
He's more like leaning.
Yeah,
but because you're doing 50 on him, bro.
It's a 50-50.
It was a 50-50, but then he lost.
Exactly. Yeah, bro.
Okay, let me also caveat that I really hate that it's Skelly because I like the kid, bro.
But I mean, for you, the great enemy is Arsenal. So
no, that's not true. That's not true. I like some Arsenal players, bro, and I like Skelly. I like Saka. I don't want anything bad to happen. Other maybe move to Real Madrid. That would be fantastic. So I can really support them. But Skelly's problem is and I used to experience it. Like he's so eager and keen, to win every challenge, bro. He's getting
that one there. That one there wasn't.
Yeah, it wasn't. I don't think that challenge was to do with that because I feel like it was a fair 50-50 to go for. He's just unfortunate that the battle they had outside the box had carry on and he fell over on top of him in the area. That's my opinion.
I think also, like Della said, the importance of the decision. It was a howler, and like Della also said, the whole football world is saying that it wasn't a penalty.
Do you remember the Brighton one?
And I said it at the time. But there was a few people in
loads of people said it as well.
An Arsenal group. I mean, that was like, oh no, that was silly of Lewis-Skelly. No, that was a penalty. But I was like, that was not a penalty, man.
So you know the Brighton one, because I think if you make contact with a player in the box and you don't get the ball, I think the likelihood is that it's going to be a penalty.
But the Brighton one was a head collision.
So the Brighton one, I still think that's a penalty, bro.
And
you lot might think it's because it's Arsenal. I swear to you, it's nothing to do with Arsenal. Because even remember the Robertson penalty against Southampton, where he slid across what's their Jack Grealish called again? Tyler Diblin.
Yeah.
He slid across him. The contact started from outside the area. But I think it's a penalty because when you put that decision into the referee's mind, you're doing something stupid, bro, in my opinion.
So why wasn't he sent off then?
Who?
Skelly.
What do you mean? He wasn't the last man. There was somebody in close proximity to the left of him.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, if that's a freaking penalty, then he should have been sent off. Should have been guarded.
And then isn't there double jeopardy as well?
That still happens, man. There shouldn't be double jeopardy. I
think
it's because it was a penalty. He should have got sent off.
I'm just saying.
You wanted to rain and pour.
I'm saying, woe is me. If you're going to punish us, punish us.
Oh, well, yeah. To be fair, like, I'm not like, you see, like 2 seasons ago, this used to really get me irate. But I've just come to realise we're officiated differently, so...
No, that's not true, bro. The referees have given bad penalties. If you consider this a bad penalty, referees done this
we're officiated differently.
Yeah, because it helps you feel better. It helps you sleep at night.
It doesn't make me feel better. It's just do you mean? It just is what it is. It's like me saying,
But it isn't that
it's
though,
just,
bro.
what do you mean? That doesn't make
It all balances out.
to acknowledge,
I
I don't think it balances. People say that.
It
Like,
balances
no,
out.
it doesn't.
Maybe okay.
It balances out. Do you think it balances out? Honestly,
100%. But even
I
if it
could
doesn't
call out
balance,
a
hang on.
decision.
We get shagged all the time, but we
No,
don't.
but I can call it,
Even
but
if it doesn't balance out
Everyone
this
talks
season,
about it.
if it
I
doesn't
hate when
balance out
people
this
say
We
season,
that.
got shagged twice in the game just gone. I didn't say anything, man.
but I'm saying
mean
even
you
if
got
it doesn't
checked
balance
out?
out this
Casemiro should have had a
season,
penalty.
I got
it will
one at a
balance
time.
out over the 5 seasons, bro.
But then,
No, because that's how people always get bad decisions.
Let me give you two situations. I think I'll use Newcastle. There was a time when the ball didn't go out or didn't go out. That one against Arsenal, right?
And the pushing the back.
And then pushing the back.
Yeah.
Okay, and then now you've got another situation whereby it's Lewis-Skelly one,
Mhm.
the Pedro one, the
Declan Rice.
Declan Rice and Trossard one. It's a lot. It's a lot.
It is a lot to take in one season.
Exactly,
But
and that's
then-
the thing.
But then,
What about in 2 seasons? Because we got, I reckon, I legit think we could be
Do you
back-to-back
know-
champions.
Do
If it
you ever
wasn't-
think you lot are just stupid?
In what, no, but
no,
in what sense?
wait, before.
I think we could be back-to-back Premier League champions if it wasn't for
Yeah,
FAP,
but if
do you
my
remember?
grandmother had wheels, she'd be a bicycle. Do you know what I mean, bro? But what I'm saying, you know what?
Someone's used that one
Get
already.
it. You know what you need to do? You need to log everything down, bro.
I did one
Good
time.
at-
I did. I remember doing it. Maybe season 1 of
Yeah,
Podcast
yeah.
Pundits, logging it all down, and then I just said, "Dude, this is a waste of time."
Why, bro?
You're gonna send it
No,
to
no,
the-
no.
to
Do you
the
know
FA?
why? Do you know why it's a waste of time? Because you then have to do that for every other team in the league, and then you come up with the data. Because the fact is, you're only focused on your team,
Mhm.
but then there's other teams that are getting shagged regularly, bro.
No, not regularly. You are getting shagged, but
Oh,
not
come
regularly.
on, man.
Yeah, bruv.
Come
But
on,
not
bro.
regularly. You are
Regularly,
getting
bro.
shagged, but not. Come on.
Regularly, bro.
What do you say?
Regularly. Other teams are getting shagged regularly, bro. It's just that you lot are challenging. Like it stops you from potentially winning the league when it happens to you. Or
Which
it
is
feels
a
like
big
it's doing
deal.
that. No, it feels like that. The fact is that you're not going to win it anyway. But it just feels like that's another thing to blame it on, bro.
I mean,
Blame it.
you're not going to win it when you're up against freaking the FAP Jimmerell.
Everyone is.
Yeah. Come on, bro. We know that they're actually losers, bro.
Yeah, they're.
They're
Hang
actually
on.
trash, bro.
So let's get back on track. So the rest of it, there wasn't really much to talk about that game apart from that penalty incident. But I'll use that to
David Raya, I think that his thing where he
the penalty.
Yeah, where he dives the wrong way like 10 minutes before the penalty.
Was that
kick.
real?
Yeah.
I saw this still photo.
Well, he's done that. He's
That's
not sure he done that
what-
against United.
That's
He
what-
did, yeah.
In the penalty shootout.
I thought that wasn't real, bruv.
Yeah.
Because he was.
That's what
I don't know what he's doing.
that's what he does. I don't know why he does
He has to
that.
have something wrong, man. He's been a great keeper, man. Like, allow it, bro. innit?
He was nowhere near the ball, bruv. And I saw Ray on the floor. I was like, what's that?
It's a new technique because he never used to do it.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, but if he guesses it right, then it's brilliant. But
Yeah,
but the way people take penalties nowadays,
yeah,
If you're
they wait for the
composed-
goalkeepers move
yeah.
on.
it's just true.
Um,
Onana does that as well. He tries to anticipate. He tries to guess ahead of time.
Do you think it's maybe just on the research that they have before?
yeah, maybe.
It might be, but it's also trying to. It's kind of like cheating because when I had that stint of like being a goalkeeper, like I got success. I got more success. Like, all right, he's gonna shoot here and then diving early.
Wait, what do you mean?
Like so I'm saying they're
You
diving.
saved the penalty?
Yeah, I did save a penalty, you know. Yeah.
I can't recall, but he probably did.
Yeah, I did save a penalty.
Yeah.
Matty Savage gave the penalty when I saved it, bruv. Top bins, bruv.
Wally Mar's kind of a flex. That's
I did that.
unbelievable.
No, you could be athletic and concede every single penalty.
No.
take as a
I say that
goalkeeper,
one
bro.
still. There's a couple highlights I'm gonna ask
Big
God
up,
about
bro.
when I
Big up, bro.
go to
I
the
did
other
that.
side, bro. But that's gonna be one of them. Like, hey,
Can I watch some of that?
bro.
Yeah, Trossard's goal was good in terms of other talking points.
yeah.
Yeah. No, the reason why, because I'm like, I want to get to the main point,
Mm.
the main event, which is Arsenal Real Madrid.
Okay, no, we'll get there. But just before we do, I just want to say, like, outside of all of this, I think I've come to realize after that game, I don't think Mikel Arteta will win the Premier League with Arsenal.
Why?
Raw.
Yeah.
Okay, God.
Yeah, because I think that our perform. Forget the penalty. Forget us being robbed. I mean, I know that these everyone's going to say context comes in, injuries, FAP, Jimmerell, what have you not. But I just think that habitually he doesn't seem to be able to cross the line in any context. We'll be winning games. We might lose that. We lose the lead. We'll be shooting for top 4. We end up 5th. We should be winning the league 93%. We end up 2nd. Even last season, I can't say we bottled it. It was a good performance, what have you not, but you could argue we could have won that league. We didn't win it. I'm starting to think, I just don't think, and this is not me to say that he's a bad coach. I think I think he could maybe even win a Champions League with a little, because anyone can do that with a little bit of luck here and there. Porto won it, whatnot. Yeah, I'm not saying you can do, but I'm just. But I mean, I'm not. But I don't think he's thingy. I just don't think he's going to do it. Yeah,
the Champions League. I don't.
No, I'm not just Champions League. I just mean the Premier League. I mean, if I would, if he won the Champions League, I would be cool if he resigned and we went.
He's more likely to win the league than he is in the Champions League or any cup.
I don't believe that. I think I've seen enough.
Well, can I ask you a question based on what you're saying? And I don't want to spend too long on this. I think you said something about, I think you probably said it last week's episode, that despite Arsenal having all these injuries that they haven't, they're still remaining competitive.
Yeah, I think that's his thing. He will always keep us competitive and will always.
But when you say so, does he say to his players, go out and get injured so I can use this as an excuse?
No. Of course he doesn't go and do that. But I don't. If it's not the injury, it'll be something else.
Yeah, but it's hard. But it's difficult for you to say it'll be something else because it hasn't been something else.
But it wasn't something else 2 seasons ago. We had nothing. We had all the
when Saliba got injured.
But when Saliba got injured, then okay.
Then Saliba got injured. Tomiyasu got injured.
When Saliba got injured, he chose to play holding there.
Yeah, but
he had Kyrgios at home.
No, but again,
one injury shouldn't topple the whole cost.
No, but it was Saliba, and you guys know
all I'm going to say is, it was a massive thing. It was a massive thing. So I'm not even going to go act and start like to say that when losing Saliba was absolutely massive. But what I'm trying to say
it was losing Saliba and also his cover.
Tomiyasu, but then we had Kyrgios. We could have played him there, because when he started playing him there, we looked a bit more resolute.
Even then, of playing Kyrgios, it's like he went with Holding. He kept playing Holding for too long, but then if he went with Kyrgios and Kyrgios failed, I think.
But that's what we're gonna always do. If we did that, my whole thing is, it's always gonna be something. That's where I'm just looking at it. I'm just thinking, we're always gonna have I'm always gonna have a conversation with another football fan, Arsenal fan, Man of Many Club Faces, whoever's gonna have the conversation with me, and they're always gonna have some sort of caveat for Arteta. No, that's my opinion,
and that's fine. And I don't want to dwell on this too long, but it's when you say these things, I'm just saying based on what you said last week. Okay, despite having all these injuries and we're still competitive.
And I think he's a good coach, and I do think he will genuinely always keep us competitive. And I mean, look, it's not impossible. I could be wrong, but I mean, I have seen him in different environments. I've seen him where he's flourishing. I've seen it when things have gone in his favour. I've seen it when other people have had injuries. I've seen it when we've now had all the injuries.
Who's had all those injuries?
What do you mean?
Liverpool last season.
Okay, and what happened?
What do you mean what happened?
We fell off.
Exactly. So you've seen when other teams have had their injuries.
Well, Liverpool fell off, yeah.
No, but he's saying they didn't.
But what did we
capitalize?
Yeah, but you had Man City.
That's my point, though.
But you had Man City.
Yeah, but Man City was way behind for Man City to catch us. But all I'm trying to say is, each time, they had Man City, but we've fallen off at the moment. Man City's still here as well, but now they're falling off as well. As you started this podcast, there's no point in talking about this. Liverpool's won the league.
Yeah.
We can never say that about Arsenal. Even when we were 93% ahead, I remember only saying, we're going to win the league. Because you man was forcing me to. But I did not, I didn't want to say that. I'm not a liar. That's the truth. If we go back to those episodes, I kept saying,
you're going to win the Champions League.
I remember saying, when we get to 10 games left, then I'll start accepting it. You man know, I did not want to accept it because I knew my club, something can happen, and then and it happened.
So why was you treating me like this season when I was really like?
No, but I've been telling you guys, you don't mess up. But I told you guys you was going to win it from October.
Cool.
But anyway, that's just my thing. I
won't dwell on it, but I feel like you over time you have contradicted yourself. For you to arrive where you are now, saying he can't do it, then. Without rewinding to previous podcasts when you were on the defensive and saying Arsenal this, Arsenal that, injuries, context.
It's like a family member. It's like you're my brethren, yeah. And I might, let's say we're having a fight or play fight, and I might slap you, whatnot. We're play fighting, but if I see a stranger come to slap you, but I'm like, bro, you can't slap my friend. You know what I mean? So it's like Arteta. It's like when Creasy Oates was in the group talking about you lot should get a new manager. I'm like, who the hell do you think you're talking to? You support Manchester United. How dare you talk about my gaffer? But then I can sit here and obviously I've been in this journey. It's different. I'm talking about my gaffer. Them man can't. But I'm talking about my gaffer, and I'm not even saying that he's dead or whatnot. I'm just saying I don't think he wins the Premier League. That's why I'm saying if we somehow scumbag our way to a Champions League and we win it, I'll join Happy to Be Here FC, like knowing that we're probably not going to win a Premier League under this guy, but cool, I'll ride it out until you guys decide to get rid of him.
Cool. I won't battle your views on your opinion.
So you don't have much faith in next season, though.
Next season?
Yeah, next season. If let's say you secure the forward targets that you think are going to elevate you, and you get a couple floor raisers as well.
Bro, I read a tweet going, what happens, if we get a CM cover, we get a left winger, and we get a striker and still don't win the league, I'll just play this episode back.
Yeah, okay, so that's how you feel about next season, if you get them guys.
We got Andrea Berta, and I feel like, we might go on and do some great stuff, but I also feel like, yo, man, this Mikel Arteta, man, he's a strong personality, man. When he wants someone, he wants someone. Like, and you know what? Even other things I've realised, it's like
we need to wrap this up.
We will wrap this up, yeah. Another thing I've realised, I was like, obviously, I took over the Havertz hype, and I'm not gonna rubbish him and whatnot, but I remember like my reaction to us signing him, not being excited, and just now I'm looking at Mourinho, like kind of replicating what Havertz is done, whatnot. I'm just like, it's like, okay, cool. So Havertz, you've done well. You've done your thing. Mikel Arteta, you're sick because you've been able to replicate Kai, which is dope. Mourinho's done that, whatnot. But I'm just like, so bro, why didn't you? So if Mourinho can do what Havertz has done, so then what Havertz has done, is it as great as I was thinking it was? So then I'm like, can't you just get me the effing striker? So I hear what Della's saying there, where it sounds like I'm contradicting myself, but I sat down after that Everton game and I'm just replaying all the different emotions I've gone through as an Arsenal fan, and I just said, we're not winning the Premier League under him.
Okay.
That's all. That's I'm maybe alone.
Before I move on?
I was going to ask you, do you have any feelings about the Arsenal management coming out and saying that you got peas for the summer?
They didn't come out and say that, did they?
No, they said they got.
They didn't say that, man.
They didn't say that.
No,
Are you getting off what Arteta said?
Very exciting.
It's going to be a big summer.
Yeah. They said we're going to make. We've got
Who said
cheddar.
that?
He's going to be excited. You know how I feel?
Who said that?
I think there's just. I can't
Because
remember.
Arteta's press conference, he said it's
It wouldn't have been
Arteta,
Arteta, but there's definitely someone said
if it's not Arteta, I don't think anyone, because Berta's not going to come out and speak.
Like, everyone's kind of said that we've got money,
Yeah,
in terms of like the money being. But no, in terms of Arsenal, the only thing we've said, like as what Della's saying, is Arteta said, "Be excited."
Yeah.
But he said that to me last summer.
Yeah, but why? Okay.
I'm
be
clock
as
watching,
excited,
so let's
Sorry, yeah.
talk back. I know we'll probably spend a bit more time on this one. Obviously tomorrow, when the podcast comes out, Arsenal will be getting ready to host Real Madrid.
It'll be today, actually, when the podcast comes out. So it'll be later on this evening.
What did I say, tomorrow?
Yeah,
tomorrow. Yeah. Saka's back.
Yeah.
He featured again yesterday. He's got more minutes.
Yeah.
But obviously, there's no Gabriel.
Yeah.
How do you now feel going into that game?
Well, as you know, I've always thought this was a 50-50 between Arsenal and Real Madrid, purely because I just think Real Madrid have got a great squad, elite attack. I thought Arsenal got an elite defence, and also I think we've got a great first 11, decent squad. So I've always thought it'd be a 50-50 tie across two fixtures. With Saka returning to the fold, not being totally match fit, but that's a massive plus. I was leaning more towards 45 to 50. Then Gabriel went down, and then I'm like, 30-35% chance. That's how I feel. And I do feel like Gabriel makes up a massive part of not just our defence, but he actually gives us something in attack as well. That being said, though, I do feel that the difference in this tie may come down to Carlo Ancelotti and Mikel Arteta, because I still feel...
What, the two managers?
I do think so.
Shock.
And no, because obviously, like when
there's
you...
difference makers.
There's different... So, but I feel it's going to come down to, because who's going to play to their strengths, or who's going to adapt to their limitations the best? That's what I think this tie is going to come down to. I think even with Kyrgios playing, or you can even play Ben White, I feel like we can still be resolute and robust defensively and be an issue and be difficult to break down. And I still feel like with Saka there, with Trossard, who's obviously showing that he can be our threat and attack. You saw the goal he scored against Everton.
And I think he'll start there.
Probably not. But you think Mourinho will start?
Yeah, it'll be Mourinho, Saka, and Martinelli.
Martinelli.
Sorry, what do you think Real Madrid's limitations are?
I think it can be got at. I think.
okay.
Yeah.
They,
And defensively, they are missing some players. They're
I was
missing
going to say who
right back and the left back.
Yeah.
And Tchouameni's suspended.
Wait, what's the right back again?
They released.
The Spanish.
Vasquez,
yeah.
No, it's Carvajal. But he's
Carvalho's
obviously
been out
injured.
all season.
Yeah, but Vasquez, he's normally a midfielder.
But is he out?
No, he should be available. So it's either going to be him or
Valverde.
Yeah. So if you put Valverde, that means
I think Real Madrid's already released their squad. You know.
No,
I'm looking at it right now. I'm still looking at Arsenal.
They released their squad?
I don't know how they're doing this.
no the squad that travelled.
No, I'm looking at the first team.
No,
Yeah,
as in the lineup.
But where did you get this from?
It's on Flash Scores. Flash Scores don't ever put that up.
Yeah, but they're probably taking
I think it's an AI.
It might be prediction, but
and that's likely. That would be the likely.
Maybe it's to say who's fit and who's played the most.
And he's playing left back and right back for Real Madrid in that one.
Camavinga, left back.
Camavinga left back.
Courtois back as well, isn't it?
Yeah. So
no,
Camavinga left back and Valverde right back. Or
Vasquez.
yeah. So and Saka and Martinelli can have a good go at those two.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a great game, but Arsenal will have chances because Real Madrid they back themselves that much that they'll just go gong ho for you.
I think Real Madrid are gonna sit back, bro, because when Liverpool played Real Madrid, bro, they sat deep, bro.
I don't even know what Real Madrid sitting back looks like.
They sat deep against Liverpool, bro.
And Man City.
I'm here in the counter.
And Man City, and they kind of on the counter, but
if they do that against us, this is what I mean when I say the difference could be the two gaffers, because if anyone should be doing that, it should be us doing that. If you ask me,
No, you're right now.
No, it doesn't matter about your limitations.
But you see Real Madrid, when it comes to travelling though, sometimes they go defensive, then they scope how the game goes, then they start to go into the game as well.
So if Arsenal start fast, they may be able to catch them off guard.
Gonna be a good game, man.
I'm looking forward to it. I can't lie. Like,
you get into the game.
I've been trying to. Oh man, I'm gonna try and see if I can link up with some of the Gooners, man.
Where would you watch it?
Yeah, some Gooners. I can't watch it with pagans. I can't watch it with you. Like.
No, I'm saying where would you watch it? Like where did the Gooners go to watch it?
A little lounge, or maybe just go local. Go as close to the Emirates as possible. You know what I mean?
Okay.
We should stream it.
Huh?
We should do a live stream.
Yeah.
No, that's cool. But the thing is,
you should drop your pin where you go.
Well, I don't know why you don't think that this is gonna. I'm looking forward to this because I've got some receipts to collect. Innit?
Yeah,
so I got some receipts. So I know everyone's waiting, but I genuinely feel like, and I don't think it's optimism here. I feel like Arsenal have a realistic chance.
No, you do.
Yeah, you do. Because they lost at the weekend, right?
I would agree that Real Madrid are on a wobbly right now. As well.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if you won the game 1-0 or it was 0-0 or 1-1, whatever.
What do you mean to the Emirates game?
Yeah, the Emirates game. And then maybe you give them a good game away, but then they probably take the tie. Potentially. That would be my prediction.
Yeah, I think.
But I don't think this game is going to be an embarrassment.
We need to try and which it should be, did you say?
Yeah, obviously, as somebody who's waiting for your downfall.
Hate watching.
Yeah.
MJ's betting tips for the day. Skelly and
Rich card.
Jude Bellingham. No, yellow card each. Jude Bellingham and Skelly, bro.
Yellow card. Nah, man.
Well, you don't think they're gonna what? That's
Skelly's not getting a yellow card.
Huh? Well, because he doesn't.
Nah, not because he doesn't. Just he's not, man. It's just he's gonna be on his best behaviour.
You lot should just water up the pitch hard because you know Jude Bellingham loves to play on the floor, bro.
So he loves it.
Just
bro.
make it hard for him to get out there, slipping on the floor. Bro. Oh man,
I can't wait for it, man.
Yeah.
So he also was in there.
This is what you live for.
I'm telling you,
Midfield. Bellingham, Valverde, and who else?
Modric, Valverde, Bellingham, and then you got Bellingham, Vinicius, Rodrigo, and Mbappe.
Nice.
Saliba's gonna. He's locking up Mbappe.
There's a real battle.
Saliba's doing what?
He's locking up Mbappe.
What? Because he's been that convincing.
No, Saliba. When the ball's in the air, boy.
Just watch it, bro. Think about this, yeah. You know, like when you get up for big games, like it's not just. It's not just for. What do you mean? We got up for that game.
No, Saliba. I'm talking about.
Yeah, but that was like
last season.
No, one last season, two first experience in a big game in the Champions League.
Porto.
You learn from that.
Porto. He was dusty against Porto in the Champions League last season.
Last season, you learn.
So, what you think you learned that quickly in 1 year?
Yes,
but it's a good experience. It's a team's first.
I'm putting a lot on Saliba's.
No, I'm not putting it. I'm just saying that's like
with no Gabriel aside to hold his hand.
Then yeah,
I'm looking forward to wearing my shit because you lot have had the opportunity where you got to wear your shades. Even though it's not a trophy, I'm looking forward to wearing my
100%.
shades.
And I won't be
I
won't begrudge
you.
it.
You've been
Yeah.
entitled.
I'll find the varsity jacket for you to wear for Arsenal if you win. But what about the Martinelli and Mbappe matchup? Because I know there's a period where Arsenal fans was like saying,
"Nah, that was
never let go.
That was Robbie. That was Don Robbie. I don't know
since
what he
Martinelli's
was.
come back, he has looked a bit.
Bro, he's found his Brazilian passport, man. Oh man,
he's renounced his ties of scumful.
Yeah.
Speaking of Brazilian passports, you've seen what Anthony's been doing?
Nah.
Cooking, bro.
He's been cooking still.
Well, maybe it's that league.
I think it's Man United more than the league.
Probably a bit
Now
of
you
both.
do.
It's probably a bit
I've
of
always
both.
thought it's Man United because remember, you saw the pictures of your gym. Everybody saw that.
Okay.
Everybody saw that, but the players at your team were dead as well, bro.
And it's like because Anthony's had the experience of the Prem and English football. Maybe he's taken that ruggedness, that aggression and assertion into that league.
I can't imagine that guy being aggressive, man. I can't imagine that guy being aggressive. Cool. Let's do quick roundup of the rest of the Champions League games. So PSG Villa. Quick predictions on that one.
Is that it? That's on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Who's at home?
PSG.
PSG's gonna win.
Yeah.
I want Villa to win, obviously.
Stop saying one. Who do you think is going to happen? What do you think is going to happen?
I don't know.
I think PSG is going to win, but I'm interested to see what Emery can do against PSG in a big team because I think PSG are just going to go complete gung-ho against them.
Emery's having a great season, isn't
He's having a great season, but it'll be a great test for Emery and his team.
And can Thingy play? And since
Sancho can play. There's no...
but don't you put that in the contract though?
No, you can't do that. UEFA are completely against that.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. But it'll be enough of an opportunity for Rashford to show PSG what is missing or what they can have.
Yeah, he does well against them. Like they genuinely do not like him.
Next on Bayern Inter.
Bayern.
They're without some key players though.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Inter.
Musiala's injured, and I think Alphonso Davies is also injured.
Games there, don't it? Right?
Yeah, but Inter Milan. They're good defensively. Yeah, at least it's
I think I'll go Inter Milan. Draw, double chance in the Milan.
Yeah. Last one, Barca Dortmund.
Barca.
Yeah, Barca gonna smoke them. Not smoke them. Dortmund are playing up.
Dortmund
hit a bit of form.
Let's move to the next league. Quick one. Spurs Frankfurt.
Yeah, Frankfurt.
Yeah,
I think Spurs.
Ekitike.
Yeah.
I think Spurs still.
Frankfurt's good. They've got good players in the team, man.
And Lyon versus Man United. Looking forward to that.
We should beat them, but Man United are so.
I think United. I think Spurs and United. They this is literally last chance to lose. I think this is the only thing keeping the players.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But Man United, I just don't know. Lyon ain't it though. Like, so we should be beating them like comfortably. But when we just expected to do things comfortably, we just make it hard. So I don't know.
But Xerxes, Lyon, right?
What do you mean?
Plays for Lyon, Xerxes.
Xerxes?
No. What's that?
Oh,
yeah,
he does, yeah. Shaki.
Ryan Shaki, yeah.
And Thing is still there, I think. Maitland-Niles.
Yes.
No, that is a threat for you guys.
Is English still there? What's his name?
Lacazette,
yeah.
He's banging goals as well. Why do you think that Spurs and United, when they need to pull the result out, that they're going to be able to do this?
Nah, just in Europe. I just feel like this is their last thing. Like,
well, yeah. Why do you think they're capable of taking their last chance?
I don't think they're capable because I think outside of obviously the form, they probably are between them, Spurs, United, Frankfurt are probably the three.
No, I think there's another. Bilbao is the other team.
Bilbao, yeah. They're probably the teams that you might look at that are the best teams in the competition. And if you take all bias away and any hate out away, I think United and Spurs have the best teams in the competition. So everyone, all things going well, everyone turning up, having a good day and being up for it, I would kind of give them the nod.
Okay.
Both teams as well.
Yeah, no, I agree. If we respect ourselves, we can get to the final. But you just never know when we're gonna respect ourselves.
And then Conference League, Chelsea are away to Legia Warsaw.
Yeah.
Then they should win that. If they don't win that whole tournament, then
the other big team in that tournament is Fiorentina and Real Betis. So that's the toughest opponent.
To be fair, Fiorentina, they lost to West Ham at the time, and this is their last chance. Where
they drew 2-2 this week on the weekend as well. Who they playing?
Was it Juve?
AC.
Okay. Cool. Right. That's the end of it. Let's do our back pages. So, do I need to explain it? I don't need to explain it, do I?
No. We might have a new listener.
Okay, yeah. So back pages, this is where we shine light on players, managers, clubs, or anything outside of football that's, of highlight of the week. An example. Marley Mar went to Usher, so you might say Usher for your back pages because he fed you cherries. So
I refute that statement now.
A joke. That's the back pages.
Can you imagine?
On that subject, Marley Mar, correct me. What's your back pages?
How'd you make me lose my train of thought now, bro? No, I'm gonna go with Iwobi. Yeah. He had a good game this weekend.
Yeah. Jerry?
I'm gonna go with who is it? Morgan Rogers.
Yeah.
Yeah, Morgan Rogers was on smoke this weekend still, man.
Stripes?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Bukayo Saka. I know we didn't get to talk about Arsenal versus Fulham, but that return was brilliant, man.
Was it a good goal? I can't remember.
No, it was a good goal.
It was Martinelli obviously found his Brazilian passport and set up
You were saying that was a fake assist, bro, man.
Nah, man, you meant that. Man.
I thought you meant that as well.
Yeah, you meant that. Martinelli, honourable mention, but yeah, Saka, man, just it was nice to see him. Nice to see him return, and get a goal on his return as well. So yeah, Bukayo Saka for me.
Mine's an easy one this week. He's hanging up his boots for the English Prem. Gonna give it to KDB for his services to the Premiership and to football so far.
Yeah, great write-up from podcast pundits, man. That was a great write-up still. So yeah, whoever wrote that, man,
you're welcome.
They deserve to go on the back pages as well. Still,
how did KDB play in the game?
Not well.
Okay,
you can tell. Quick one. Do you think he's still got anything in him in Europe, or do you think he should now go to either Dubai, Saudi or MLS?
I think he should stay in Europe, to be fair.
No. Go enjoy your life.
Let's go MLS, isn't it?
Yeah, MLS.
Yeah, man. Go get paid.
No, Saudi though. Go Saudi. Get your peas, bro.
I think he likes his lifestyle, so I think he might like the.
I don't. Yeah. No, I think he could still do well in Europe though.
Yeah.
If he went to Italy, for instance, that
100%.
Oh yeah, 100%.
He will
so slow, bro.
Clean up there
and do what Beckham did and become like a deep man playmaker.
Yeah, exactly. Bro. Work.
Cool. All right, listeners, people that are watching, thank you for working with us. We'll be back again, same time next week. Like, comment, subscribe, all of that jazz. Thank you very much.